My name is Rochelle Hearns. I am the head women's soccer coach here at Clark.
Okay, I'm Megan Beal. I'm a midfielder here, and I'm from Portland.
I'm Davidson, forward, and I'm from Seaside, Oregon.
I'm Zilah Ramic, and I'm a midfielder, and I'm from Vancouver, Washington.
Great. So this time, the media floor is open for questions, and we'll start off.
What would you say is the defining characteristic of this team, and how would you like that to evolve over the course of the season?
I think for us it's developing a culture for Clark and for the women's soccer program specifically. And within that, developing a community relation and building a bigger, I guess, brand for the program here. And throughout the season, just getting more involved with the community, bringing in more local kids from around the area, and bringing in all of those pieces and making it a professional environment to where the community and the kids can be proud of. So it's not just a 2-year school. It's something that it feeds into a lifelong, experience. So that's what we're working towards.
Oh, me?
It could be anyone.
You go ahead.
Can you repeat the question?
Just what do you think is the defining characteristic of this team, and how do you think that characteristic will evolve, or how do you see it evolve over the course of the season?
I just feel like we're working really hard, and if we keep working, we're just going to get better and better.
Yes, I'll follow up with that. What does this team need to do to make the leap into the upper half of the standings in the NWAC?
I think it's just like pushing hard as a team. We're doing a lot of team bonding, which is helping us connect on and off the field. And so I think that's a big thing to make us successful.
And we make everything competitive. So we're trying to, within all of our training sessions, to make everything very competitive, high speed, high pressure, so that we're over-prepared as opposed to being under-prepared. So that's kind of our philosophy going into it, is to just making sure that everything is competitive every day. You're competing for everything. Every exercise we do, it's competitive. So you have winners, you have losers. So developing that environment within our trainings, and so that we're ready for everything when we get in there.
I think a lot of it's about work ethic, personal, and then forcing the girls around you to also step up a notch.
What do you girls about playing soccer at Clark?
I think it's fun. The competitive environment is definitely one that I thrive in, and Rochelle definitely makes practice. You come to practice and it's not games anymore, it's soccer, it's a total focus, it's
Right.
working hard for the 2 hours we're out there.
I'm a sophomore, but I transferred.
Where'd you come from?
From Slock,
Okay.
from Coos Bay. And it's a lot different here. It's more competitive. And
Are you enjoying your time here?
yeah, I love
I know
the
it's
girls.
early in the season, so. Well, good. And for you?
I like it because when I go to practice, everyone wants to be there and just wants to compete and wants to get better. And for high school, a lot of people just always complain about how they don't want to be there and stuff, but here, everyone wants to be here, wants to get better, and just we're all kind of working towards goals together instead of separately.
Talk about that leap from high school or from, say, Coos Bay. What has stricken you most about the different pace, the different focus, anything about the game here at Clark versus where you played previously?
Kind of work ethic too.
Yeah.
We work a lot harder, and the practices are a lot more intense. And everything is really precise. You have to get it perfect. Or be run.
Well, that's the only way you get better, right?
Yeah,
Sure. And everything's at game speed. So we try to give it all out on the field.
What's key to developing chemistry among a team? You talked about you have freshmen coming in, you have transfers. What is the crucial element to developing that chemistry and team bonds?
I'll start. I mean, I think too, being a woman, we can kind of relate to the girls that we are working with. And so for us, it's a lot of doing things off the field as well, because if you might not know that you have something in common with a player that you've just met on the field. Or maybe you don't like their intensity, or they're always hacking at your ankle and you're kind of like, oh, I hate when I play against her. But when you're off the field and you realize that you have other commonalities, then you kind of, you have that, you start to develop that relationship. And the more fun that you're having off the field with each other and developing those relationships, they carry over to the game and the field and the trainings. And so you want to work harder for each other. So it's just building that unity and the team bonding and those relationships off the field and on the field that really will drive this team.
Rochelle is the first female head coach I've had, and I find it easier to connect with her. She also takes the time to know you off the field, and it's a lot easier to play for a coach that you actually like and that actually understands you. And then for the girls, when you know people, it's easier. Like, they know how you feel and how you work, and it's a lot easier to connect when you actually know each other on a personal level.
And we're 2 weeks in, and we've already done like tons of team bonding to know each other. And so that's how practices during daily doubles, knowing how to work with each other and talk with each other.
Who are some of the most interesting people on the team, and what makes them interesting?
I think all of them are interesting.
We're all weird.
They all have their own little characteristics, and it's nice to get to know them and to see those things and all of those little quirks that they have. So it's been fun this year, actually.
And we can all joke around together and just laugh.
While they're running.
Okay, one more question for the student athletes and for the coach, and then we'll move on to our next sport.
Go ahead, no.
I would just say, what is the goal for this year? I mean, is it getting into the upper half of the standings, or is it to improve off last year? How would you measure success this year?
For me, it's reach for the moon. You know, if you don't reach the moon, you slip, you're on the stars. So for us, or with vice versa, whatever that saying is. But for us, it's about, like, for me, I love to win. I just do. And that's what drives me, and that's what, we, like a lot of our girls. So for us, we're shooting big. We're shooting for the championship game. And if we make it maybe just a step above where we made it last year, then we did something right this year. So that's my outlook on it.
For student athletes?
I just want to win games.
Before transferring, I had to take a year off because I got knee surgery, and so it's great to like be back into the game again and like working hard, and then that leading to like successful season.
I'm here because I want to win, but it's also everybody getting the winning mentality is what we want this year. Everybody focusing, everybody wanting to win is the thing that we really need to strive for.
Well, good luck this season.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.